Hello and welcome to Balls Knowledge, where I get your favourite creators over 3 rounds of quizzing, all for Prostate Cancer UK. Today's guest is one that you might not have heard of too often. He's popped on the occasional stream, but you know what? Fantastic guy, and I reckon you should go over there and subscribe anyway. It's Matt Leeds. Hello, how are you doing?
Hey mate, how you
How's
doing?
it going?
I'm doing good.
I deeply apologise for having you awake at this hour. As you can probably tell, Matt is Australian. What time is it over there?
10:43, so it's early. It's like
Oh,
early.
that's not that bad. Okay. I was thinking it was roughly 12 hours, in which case we'd be recording this at like 2 a.m. for you. And I was like, I feel so bad, but we're good.
Okay.
So, general gist of this quiz is we have 3 rounds. We have round 1, which is the basics. We go through sort of general Leeds United knowledge. We have round 2, which is ups and downs, a nice little higher or lower quiz, which is always a little bit more challenging than I intend it to be. And we have round 3, which is the long list, where you list whatever is in a category. If you get everything in that category, that's 15 marks for you, which is quite a significant amount considering it's out of 40. So before we dive into it, let's have a quick look at the leaderboard as it stands. Long-time viewers will notice we've changed colour. We've gone yellow. So where on this leaderboard are you thinking you'll end up? Where is the goal for the week?
Not last.
Not
That's
last.
probably the goal.
Not last is the
Not
idea.
last.
I will give you a bit of bad news. I have rearranged the bottom 2, so it's now alphabetical order if you're tying. Your name begins with M, which is a little bit after J. So don't get 29 and you're all right.
Yeah.
29 and a half and up, you're sorted. But any lower than that could be problems. So with that in mind, let's hop into round 1, which is the basics. Who is Leeds United's current manager?
Daniel Fark.
Daniel Farker. There we go. That's we're
go.
29 and a half of the way through. There we go. We're approaching the goal. Which other English club has Daniel Farker managed?
Norwich.
It is Norwich. Who do Leeds United play in the playoff semi-finals on Sunday?
Norwich.
It is Norwich. Who did Sam Byram play for last season?
Norwich.
Norwich. There we go. Considering your nationality, I thought I'd throw one in for you. Who is Leeds United's highest scoring Australian of all time?
Oh god. Viduka.
It is Viduka, which very nice. Fair enough. Now we have gone through the first 5. You've got all 5 correct, which we would hope. 3 of them being Norwich. Now we get on to the slightly tougher ones. We get up to next our guest question, which was set by Oscar on last week's show. Which Spanish club did Marcelo Bielsa leave to become the Argentina manager?
Oh no, I don't know this. Oh no,
I didn't know this one either.
I don't remember things. Which Spanish club? Which Spanish club was he at? Because they made a European final. I should know this because he took them to a European final.
Or did they?
Did they? Oh no,
Or
was that something?
they?
Was that a different club?
Don't know. I'm not going to tell you that one.
I'm gonna go. There's 2 clubs in my head, and I know if I say the one and it's the other one, it's probably neither.
Before you give your set answer, what are your 2 clubs?
Valencia and Real Betis.
Okay, which is your guess?
I'm gonna go Valencia.
I'm gonna go wrong. It was Espanyol, and I don't think he's covered either Valencia or Betis. I think the one you were trying to think of with the B was Bilbao.
That's the B.
I thought Oscar was talking about Bilbao, and I was like, it's got nope, not even a little bit. Who scored Leeds United's most recent hat trick?
Oh god. Did someone get a hat trick this season? I don't think so. Jack Harrison.
It is Jack Harrison against West Ham, if I remember right.
Yes.
Who was Leeds' most recent captain? Who captained the last match?
Ampadu?
It is Ampadu. Of all the current players at Leeds United in all of their games for the club, who has the most goals per game?
Most goals per game. Is this like the whole squad or just like the starters? Like the entire
everyone
squad?
in the squad.
Everyone in the squad.
And this is goals per games they've appeared in.
Oh god. Goals per game. I'm gonna go. That's a difficult one. Let's go with. Let's go Somerville.
The answer's Pat Bamford.
I was gonna say Bamford. I was gonna say Bamford.
Who averages a goal every 3 games.
Oh, I think I saw that stat somewhere as well. Oh no. I was gonna say Pat, but I was like, oh no.
Do I go for it? Yeah. Final question of the round, which, as always, is worth 6 marks if you're able to get all of your sort of answers correct. There are 4 Dutch players at the club. Who are they?
Somerville.
Mm-hmm.
Shark.
Mm-hmm.
Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the fourth? Oh no.
That's why this is a little bit of a mean question.
Oh, Dutch. No.
I will give you a slight hint if I can find the right numbers. 1 second. He hasn't played a senior game for the club.
Oh, great.
He's been in the squad, but he's not. He's not played.
He's been in the squad. He's English.
Who were you thinking?
I don't know. I'll just keep going through them, and I just keep thinking who. I feel like it's a youngster, so it's like a young player that hasn't played. But I don't know who's would be Dutch, or is it? No. I do not have a clue.
No, I didn't think you would. It is Tristan van den Heuvel, our youth goalkeeper.
Oh, that's yeah.
It was a bit horrible, but I was like, right, okay. So I want a bit of a weird question this time. I want to see what I can sort of come up with. And I thought, oh shit, we've got 4 Dutchmen. But I think you were unlucky enough to be the person that came up against that question. But to be fair, first round, out of a possible 15 marks, you've managed to get 11. That's a pretty strong start, I think.
I'll take that.
Yeah. And that is leading us into round 2, which is ups and downs. Ups and downs being a simple higher or lower quiz, I will give you a starting base stat. And from there, let me know if the first question is higher or lower. After that, we're going higher or lower from the previous answer. So, first up, Daniel Farke's final points total this season was 90. Was Marcelo Bielsa's first season in the Championship higher or lower than 90 points?
Lower.
It is lower. It was 83, which is still a solid total. I think that's still pretty nice.
Yeah. Good season.
And yet people say we've had a bad one. Rodrigo had plenty of appearances for the club, but did he have more or less than 83?
Oh God. Rodrigo.
This is unless specified in all competitions, and I've got the data from LUFC data.
Rodrigo. I'm going to say higher.
You're going to say higher? You're going to be correct. He's got 91 appearances for the side. Technically, he was a striker. Another striker is Patrick Bamford. Has he scored more or less than 60 goals for the club? More or less than 91 goals for the club. Oh, no.
Oh.
I wonder if you can guess.
Lower.
I wonder if you can guess the specific number.
I don't even remember what the number was. It was 60 something.
It was 60. It was just 60. We mentioned him earlier, scoring plenty of goals for Leeds. Mark Viduka, more or less than 60 goals.
I remember recently I looked at the stats of all the goal scorers. I'm like, wow, Bamford's in the top 20, and he gets criticised for being apparently one of our worst strikers. I'm gonna say because Bamford's been here for what 6 years now.
Give or take, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Bamford, more or less. Is 60. I'm gonna say Viduka's higher.
Viduka is higher. Viduka scored himself 71 goals for the club, which, I mean, fair enough to him. Very nice. Someone else that was sort of sometimes maybe a striker was Tyler Roberts. Did he have more or less sub appearances than 71?
Oh, he got subbed on every game under Bielsa. I liked Roberts. I felt bad for him.
Yeah, he's one of those players where like, oh, he's still doing his best, you know.
Especially when he'll come on and you just hear Alan Rowe go, so Roberts.
You see him come on, everyone's like, oh, this again. Okay.
What was the number again?
71.
71 sub appearances. Oh, I'm gonna say lower.
You'd be correct. He was only subbed on 48 times.
Okay.
Which is still more than an entire season in any league. But still. Someone that spends a little bit less time on the bench is Crescencio Somerville. Does he have more or less wins for Leeds United than 48?
I'm going to say he has more. I'm going to say higher.
It's lower. He's only got 35 wins at Leeds United. And when you win games, your goal difference goes up a bit. Is our goal difference for this season, once the season is complete, higher or lower than 35? I had to make sure I didn't read the number.
Hold on, 35. We've scored a lot of goals, but then we've conceded so many recently. Would it be higher? What was the number again?
35.
35.
It's starting to feel like you're trying to trick me.
No. 35. Higher or lower than 35? I'm going to say it's a 50-50. That's what I'm going to
It is a 50-50.
I should set the table. Higher or lower than 35? I'm going to say higher.
You're going to say higher? You're going to be correct. It's 38, our goal difference for the season. Also, if you can hear weird background noises, next door just moved out and the landlord is just doing sawing all day long. So I don't know if that is coming through on the mic, but it's getting concerning because there's a certain point where like there's only so much wood that you can saw through, and my house is attached to yours, so please don't bring it down. We have a goal difference of 38 this season, and a lot of that comes from winning football matches. Is Jorginho Rudel's win percentage at Leeds United higher or lower than 38?
This is tricky because it's going to count last season when he came, but he didn't really play much. I'm going to say it's higher just based off this season.
It is higher. It's 49%, which is reasonable considering the Allardyce issues. Now, on the subject of the Allardyce issues, 49% is Rutter's win rate. How many games did Leeds United win in the Premier League from the time we were promoted under Marcelo Bielsa to the time we were relegated under Sam Allardyce? More or less than 49?
That's difficult. I'm going to say more or less than 49. I feel like the first season we got probably about halfway there, and then the other two we just didn't win anything. I'm going to say lower.
You're going to be correct. It's 36. Which, I mean, fair enough. Yeah. So we would have got maybe a little bit higher if we would have had a few more goals in those seasons. How many goals have Dutch players scored for Leeds United this season? Higher or lower than 36?
So Somerville's got 16, 17, 16, I think. Who else is Dutch? Pirro. What was the number?
36 in
36,
all competitions.
16, and he has 13, which is 29. I'm trying to make sure I didn't get the maths wrong. Who else is Dutch? Struik. So we got Struik. He scored like 4 or 5. Like he scored. I don't know if that was this season. Oh, he's got a couple this season. Yeah, because he did. And they're the only three I could. What was the number? What was it?
Higher or lower than 36?
Oh, I'm gonna say lower.
It's higher. It's 38.
Oh.
This is why I specified in all competitions.
Oh.
Crescencio Somerville, 20. Joel Piroux, 13. Pascal Struik, 5. 38. Which I honestly didn't know Struik had scored that many. It took me by surprise a little bit. But that is round 2. The ups and the downs gotten through with a nice little 8 marks from it. And just before we go on to the final round, quick reminder that this is all for Prostate Cancer UK. So if you have a couple of quid to spare, I'm going to pop the donation link down below. In addition to that, all of my channel membership revenue right now is going to Prostate Cancer UK. YouTube take like a 55% chunk out of that or something, but everything that comes through to me, I'm putting through to there. So if you've got a few quid lying around and you fancy helping a fantastic cause, I'd hugely appreciate that. Anyway, diving into it, round 3 is the long list, where, just to run through the rules, there are 15 points up for grabs if you are able to get every single answer that is on offer correct. You have 11 answers to pick out here. You have 3 lives. Every incorrect answer is a life lost. Every repetition is a life lost, but they don't tend to happen. And if you start to take the piss between answers, I'll also take a life away. Your specialist subject, word for word, was anything from the lockdown Prem season and since.
Yeah.
I saw lockdown Prem season, and I thought, you know what? That's the one we'll go for. So can you give me the 11 players with over 2,000 minutes in our first season back in the Premier League?
Okay. Meslier.
Meslier is correct. He came 3rd place.
Ayling.
That's 2nd place on the list.
I'm going to go for Cooper.
You're going to go for Cooper. Cooper was 10th on the list. He was basically first choice, but he got rotated out a bit because centre-back injuries and stuff like that.
Now, who was his partner for most of the season? Because I mean, when we ended the season with like Struik and Llorente, and we all thought Llorente was like this great centre-back at the end of the season.
And then we learned.
Yeah, I mean they were good. They were playing so well together, and I'm like, oh, that's great.
That's quite nice, yeah. And then that happened.
I'm gonna get Alioski.
Alioski is on the list in 6th place.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
Dallas was 1st place. I don't know how many minutes he missed, but it wasn't going to be many.
Let's go with Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips is on the list in 7th place, with the occasional injury stopping him from getting more than that.
I'm trying to think of the attack, because Rafinha came in only in Rafinha didn't really start the season. It was because Costa was playing well at the start.
I remember we did sign him on deadline day.
Yeah, because I remember the first 2-3 games, Helder Costa was actually playing so well. I was like, yeah, go on, Costa, and then yeah. I'll just do the safe one, Bamford.
Bamford, yep, number 4 on the list. Didn't miss a single game that season.
Oh God, who do I go with? Who on the wing? Or I'm gonna go Click.
Click is also on the list, coming in slightly lower than Calvin Phillips in 9th.
I'm trying to think who started
8th.
on the left.
I can't count.
I'm trying to think who started on the left for most of the season. I can't remember. Who was on the left? It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
You can say names. I'll take them as answers if you say that's an answer.
Okay. In my head, I was thinking Tyler Roberts, but I'm like, no. No.
That one might be a bit too risky. I can tell you that if I remember correctly, because I've not got the numbers in front of me, but I'm going to go back and find them. Tyler Roberts was 12th on the list.
Oh God. I'll go with Rafinha.
Rafinha did make the list in 9th place. Yeah. Currently, you have those 9 points that you need to not be the bottom of the leaderboard. Well, you need another half a point, but
I'm gonna go Strauch.
Pascal Strauch was the other one in that defensive partnership that you were looking for. He got 11th most minutes that season.
Oh, so I've got the back 4. I've got the goalkeeper. I've got 2 of them. I've got the DM. I've got Rafinha. I've got the right wing. I've got Click in Dallas. That's like Dallas anyway. That left side. It's that left side because it wasn't Samuel because he was way too young and he wasn't.
If it helps, Alioski played there a little bit.
Oh. Who played on that left? I'm trying to think of games where things like I'm trying to think of like our attack building up down that left side during that season. I can't think. And wait, so I have wait. How many players are there that I need like overall?
You need one more. We're looking for a starting 11.
Okay, so I've got the goalkeeper. I've got it is the left side. It is that left side. That left. I'm an idiot. Jack Harrison.
It's Jack Harrison. That is the long list eventually sorted out. How did you just forget Jack Harrison?
I forgot Jack Harrison. I was like, who started on the left? And then in my head, for some reason, I just thought I was just going through. I went through the first game of the season. Like I was trying to figure out who played there, and I'm like, oh yeah, he scored an incredible goal on the first game of the season. So yeah, Harrison.
Oh yeah, he did do the scoring. Yeah. Oh dear. Right. So I'm gonna quickly go through the process of trying to sort out all the leaderboard stuff, which is gonna be great fun. So gonna quickly lock that in place. Move that down there. I'm sure this is absolutely fascinating listening for the viewers. But in the meantime, you got anything coming up on your channel? Anything planned? Anything?
Tomorrow there should be a video coming out of I'm gonna do a prediction for the playoffs for like all the games. Very nervous for that. And there should be then there'll be a preview, a watch along, a review, and then maybe another video through the week. Try to just
see what's going on.
Hopefully we win.
I'm hopeful that we win because things are just a lot more nice when we win games of football, aren't they?
I have more faith in us winning at Wembley just because how big the pitch is. I think we'll just outplay whoever we play there.
It does definitely help our style for a nice little trip to Wembley. But hopping over to it, we got to talk about the final score. So, everything considered, are you feeling good about the final score? Are you feeling bad about the final score? Are we a little bit spooked?
I thought I did way better. I think I did better than what I thought I was going to do, so I'll take that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you did say don't be last, which, as expectations go, is a little bit refined, but we'll roll with it. It's fine.
The only one I'm mad about is the Bamford one, because I was gonna say his name, but I thought, no,
No, it won't be Bamford.
No, it won't be Bamford.
If only that question hadn't stopped you moving up a place in the leaderboard. But the question
he's
is,
my favourite player as well.
what place in the leaderboard? I think we're about to find out. Let's have a look. There we go. That could be significantly worse. You've popped yourself in nice and cozy in 5th place, which, I mean, going in thinking it's going to be last, it could be significantly worse than that. So, how have you found your balls knowledge experience? Has it been a good time? Has it been stressful?
Good. No, pretty good actually. I'm not really someone that really, like, history-wise, I'll just forget things. But recent times, I remember things. Because, I mean, I only started supporting Leeds in, like, 2010. Because I remember the first game I watched was on... It was like, I think it was on Foxtel or something. Or I saw the replay of the FA Cup game against Scum. So that was a great first game to watch.
Yeah, it's a good time to get into it. I think my first one was... It was one of Histon or Sutton United. Well, when I was getting back into Leeds, it was one of Histon or Sutton United. So that was
maybe
the opposite end of the spectrum. I can't remember which. I just remember it was a league, like non-league nobody, but it's fine. Glad you enjoyed your time on Balls Knowledge. I hope you enjoyed your time as well, dearest viewer. If you haven't yet, I'd hugely appreciate a donation to Prostate Cancer UK or becoming a channel member, because they're effectively the same thing. I'd suggest a donation, though, because that way YouTube doesn't steal some of the money. If you haven't yet, please like the video, subscribe, comment how you did in the quiz, and go and subscribe to Matt, because he does some good stuff. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you later. This is the bit where we don't stop recording. Jack Harrison. Jack fucking Harrison. Of all the players to forget. You really went Tyler Roberts before Jack Harrison.
I know this might be controversial to some Leeds fans. I still like Jack Harrison.
I like him as a player, but I still think he's a dick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. The thing is, when he left, I saw people were mad at him for leaving, but I remember at the end of the season, everyone was saying the two players that deserve Prem football were Rodrigo and Harrison, and then he got it, and then everyone complained that he left.
Yeah. God. That loan army is going to be a problem for the summer.
Don't worry, Brendan Aronson will come back and become Messi.
And that's where I'm ending it. See you later.